Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the Belloq channel. In today's video, we're reviewing set 7623, Temple Escape from Indiana Jones. And this set was released all the way back in 2008, one of the first Indiana Jones sets came out. And this set includes 554 pieces and 6 minifigures, 3 of which are unique to this set and are exclusive. And back in the day, it only cost $60, but nowadays, if you want a new one in box, it's going to cost you around $650. Or if you just want one out of the box, which I don't have the box for this one, but it's still worth $223 either way. So yeah, it's a pretty expensive set to get. A lot of collectors want this set because it's just a cool set overall. But yeah, there's nothing much else to say in this intro except that it obviously depicts the iconic opening scene from the Raiders of the Lost Ark movie. And yeah, that's gonna pretty much wrap up this intro, and we'll move on to the minifigures. So the first figure we're gonna take a look at here is Jock, and Jock is the person who helped Indiana Jones escape in the end of the intro of the first movie. And this figure is an alright depiction of him. So we have the torso, which has his name on like a plaque, and it's a light blue sort of just regular shirt, and then there's like a yellow undershirt, and he also has Air Pirates on the back of the little shirt, and he has some tan pants as well. His face is just a regular smiling face in flesh tone, and I believe it was used on like Peter Parker in the 2004 Spider-Man theme. They should have done a different kind of face for him, but it doesn't work the best, but I still think it's alright. And his cap is just a plain black cap. In the movie, it's actually a Yankees cap, but obviously Lego can't really make that without getting like the approval from the team and whatever. And he also comes with a fishing rod because he was also fishing before Indiana Jones caught up to him in the movie. So yeah, that is Jock. So the set also comes with 2 of these skeleton figures. They're exactly the same. So yeah, you can see I have the other one there. And they have a spear piece as well, or just one. This one has it. And you can use these skeletons to put them anywhere in the set. There's this one spike area you can put them, which I'll show later on. And they just have them on like the box art and instructions just lying around as if they're dead bodies of past people. And yeah, they're just the plain skeleton with the plain skeleton thing. And one weird thing about these skeleton figures is that on the box art, they have the more sinister skeleton head, which is this one right here. But in the set, when you actually open it up, and I had to make sure of this by looking at other people's things, but you actually get this regular skeleton face instead, which is kind of weird. This set also includes Belloq, which is Indiana Jones' rival in this movie, and he's a pretty basic figure as well. He has a pistol, and he has a dark tan outfit with this dark tan hat, and he has like sort of like a shirt with some pockets and belts, and there's no back printing, and his smile is just a little smirk to show like his greediness and also his like confidence and taking over Indiana Jones. I don't think this face really works well for him. It was made for Draco Malfoy and for the like 2004 Harry Potter sets, and I just don't think it works well with his character. The new version of him does a better job of capturing him. So we also get Satipo in the set, which is Indiana Jones' guide, and I think this figure is actually pretty nice. I don't know if the face exactly works well for him. It's just a standard face a lot of figures used in these themes. I think the newer face does a better job. I think the hair actually works kind of well using Harry Potter's hair, but it does work well for what his hairstyle was. And he also comes with this torch piece, which I mean it's pretty obvious because you're exploring the temple. Sure, it does not have any back printing, but the front's pretty detailed. You can see there's some sweat stains on his undershirt, and there's a bit of belly showing, which I think is a nice detail. Overall, I think it's a nice figure. And of course, the set includes Indiana Jones, and this figure is pretty iconic. It's probably one of the most iconic minifigures of all time. I bet any Lego collector has at least one of him. He's just a very nostalgic figure to some. So yeah, he comes with his brown fedora and his little bag. And his torso, we have his leather jacket and then a more beige one underneath. There's no back printing, obviously. And he also comes with his whip. And his legs have some printing of a holster and a belt. And we also have that face with the stubble and the confident smile. Overall, just a very iconic figure. I know a lot of people like this figure, and I do too. So starting off with the main set, we're going to take a look at the plane, and this is obviously the plane that Jock has. And they didn't include this in the newer set, which I didn't really like, but it was alright. And this one is alright as well. And one thing before I get started, you might notice a few missing pieces, and that is because I had to kind of rebuild some parts of this set, and so it's kind of broken down. So yeah, I couldn't find all the pieces. I looked a bit far and wide for some, but I couldn't find. I did get most of them. But anyways, we do have this little biplane. Underneath we have the little water things where it could land in the water. We have the propeller at the front, which can spin. And there's a lot of these pieces to create like the arch effect. And the back, we have an area for Indy and Jock to sit. Jock would, I think, be in the back. And there's a little lever to control the plane. And obviously there's a snake in here, which is Jock's pet. And Indy doesn't like snakes, which he makes clear when he sees Jock's pet in the movie. We also have a sticker here. It says OB-CPO. And this is actually a reference in the movie. It's supposed to reference Obi-Wan and C-3PO. Because the movie was made by the same director, or whatever, as Star Wars, which it's a nice reference. So at this little entrance area, we have some leaves right here, and I think it'll be a better view if I turn the camera to the front, but we have this little area right here. I'm pretty sure this might be a sticker. I think this is a sticker, but you can see we have like some details with like some plants, spiders, and also like a skeleton head as well. I don't think it's a print, but it's still a nice detail. We also have some upside down dinosaurs to act like statues. The entrance looks alright, but yeah, it's not the best. There's kind of like pieces actually hanging off the edge. This isn't a missing piece right here, it's just like that. We also get this cool skeleton piece up here, which hasn't been used in very many sets, but yeah, it actually has Technic pins and is connected with Technic pins. We get these gray pieces up here of the plant, which we're only using one other set besides this, so yeah, it's supposed to look like a god or something like that of significance to the culture who built the temple. It's kind of a bit dark in this area, but there isn't too much of significance. We just have, again, a lot of plant pieces we have this mountain piece back here, which is actually kind of like marbled with some green and dark gray. It might be kind of hard to tell with the darkness, but I don't know why. It might be just this thing blocking the way. But yeah, we also have some more roots and stuff hanging. We also have a spider sticker right here, another spider right here. Actually, there is a spider sticker there as well. And all this is reference to the spiders that are at the beginning of the temple. The next area doesn't have much, and you can kind of see these pipelines going down to the end, which we'll talk about later. But again, we have more mountainous pieces and more foliage, just a lot of foliage, so it's like abandoned. We do have this spike here, which I guess you could put Satipo here as like that spike thing that kills him. But in the instructions and stuff, it tells you to put a skeleton here. But there's actually a play feature here where if you pull out this tab right here, this thing will actually swing down and stab the person. And that's reference to the spikes coming out when the light, you touch the light. So yeah, I'll just try to show it from above where you can see that if you pull this, it will kind of fall down. It is not the best play feature because it doesn't fall that smoothly. It kind of like stops, but it's alright. And here we come to one of the main play features of the set, which is boulder play feature. And I'll take a look at the boulder after it rolls down, but we have this little door area right here. This is the door that starts closing as the temple falls apart, and there's just a little wall here with a lot of tan pieces. I'll try and show you, but nothing too much of significance. Again, just a lot of foliage to make it look old. But there's actually this lever you pull down, and as it pulls down, you kind of saw that the door will go down slowly, I guess, and it will reach the ground. And as it does that, this little part right here will actually force the boulder to go down this little thing right here. And I have a hard time getting the boulder to stay up here. It usually just goes down like that. But yeah, this boulder is actually this ball piece, which is just straight plastic. You can't connect this to any Lego piece. I'm pretty sure it's a piece using Duplo. I was researching it, and I think it was a Duplo set before this, which was interesting. But yeah, the way this mechanism works is this lever right here is actually holding onto a gear, and this gear is holding this door in place, which has a cool sticker. And when you release the lever, it makes the gear move, which makes the door go down, which I think is pretty nice. So in this area over here, we have this little corner, which uses some hinges to make this corner effect. And there's a wall back here with the same sticker as the door. There's a lot of roots hanging out, and there's this pole sticking out. And what you could do is you could grab Indy or someone else and have them whip across the gap, because there's actually just a hole here. Not because it's supposed to represent that bottomless pit. And yeah, we have this little statue up here, which I think is supposed to represent a mini skeleton. But yeah, nothing too much except the whip area. So we have this little tile area as well, which is right before the idol. And well, this is like where if you step on the wrong tile, these spikes are supposed to shoot out. So there's no actually flick fire, they're just kind of there in these holes. You could just flick them from behind, or just push them out like that, and it works well. So yeah, it's supposed to represent those arrows that Indy has to dodge. There's only 3 spikes in the holes in the set, but there is more along the bottom and stuff. I think it's a pretty cool area. We also get another one of those skeleton pieces. And then the final area is obviously the idol area. And we have a little statue up here with a bat. And all along this area, there's actually these golden coins, which are just lying everywhere. It's kind of interesting. I think we should show how it's like a treasure area. We also have these statues over here. I don't want to get my shadow in here, but we have these little kind of like statues or altars that have like spikes and skeleton heads on it. So it is kind of hard to see, but you can see there's like these two altars and stuff. It's kind of hard to see because the set is at a weird angle. But yeah, we obviously have the steps leading up to the idol, and we have this little statue right here where you can see there's like teeth and eyes, and then there's these rocks in this little kind of like smooth area. And we also have 3 leaves up here as like the kind of like the hair or headdress. It's kind of like the statues that the skeleton statue thing. But the main thing of this is you pull out the idol, which is actually on this Technic piece, and when you do that, it actually makes this fall down. And how this works is this thing is on a hinge, obviously, so it can fall forward. But you can see there's this Technic piece right here, and there's actually another Technic piece connected to it, which has a hole in it, and you stick this in, and actually sticks it in the hole and makes it so this can't move forward since this is holding it down. And once you remove this, it will fall forward because obviously this is much heavier and it's on a hinge. So yeah, but you can just take the idol. It won't really work if you just take the idol by itself. You have to take the Technic pin out, because yeah, I have the idol, but it didn't fall down. But I think that's a really cool play feature. It's definitely the best of the set. The boulder one's pretty cool too. But yeah, here's the idol. It's just this molded piece, and it looks pretty cool. It was used in the newer one as well. So yeah, zooming out on the entire set, I think this set was pretty good for back in the day. It uses a lot of foliage and stuff. There isn't too much detail, but I think the play features make up for it. We obviously have the boulder play feature and the idol feature, which were both very cool. You also get the added bonus of a plane. The minifigures are alright. They're good for back in the day, but maybe they should include one of those Oviedo's tribes people. But overall, it's a very iconic set of a very iconic scene, and I think LEGO did a good job with this back in the day. It's still a very wanted set nowadays, and yeah, I think I would just give this set probably a 9 out of 10, maybe an 8 out of 10, but I think a 9 out of 10. It deserves a 9 out of 10 for just being how cool it was for back in the day. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. If you want to check out another Indiana Jones review, see it on the end screen now. Bye!